Good day, everyone. Good day, sir. We are the Group 7 and we're going to present to you our topic, which is folklore. A Philippine pop culture issues and discussion about folklore in which folkloric characters mirror Filipino identities. The ant and the dove. This anecdote represents the gratitude of the ant to the dove. So to be able to give back the ant helped the dove too, and they become friends. Always remember that the good things you give to others, you will receive it back with the good intentions, and it might have you a good day and good relationship with others. This represents in our society what you do to the others may counter back at you. RTC statement is folklore, promote Filipino identities for the Philippine arts, and we are stand for. And now, may I call on the speaker one in introduction. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Professor Ting. Good afternoon, opposing team members and audience. I want to start by saying that we each view the folkloric characters as mirroring Filipino identities. Folklore is a society's traditional beliefs, costumes, and stories passed down through generations. It reflects one's cultural upbringing and ultimately who we are. This begs the question, where do folktales base and where do folktale stories get their inspiration? How the first head was taken by Dr. A.E. Jenks explains the origins of the Igorot costume of head hunting. The boy who became a stone is based on Tinggiwan, a Philippine tribe in the mountain province of Abra, and Juan Tamad depicts the accusation of Indio or Malay indolence among Filipinos. These are just a few of well-known Filipino folktales in the Philippines, but there are many more. So I want to pose a question to the opposing team. Would you deny that traditional stories about people are the basis for most forms of folklore?
Statement of fact. In the work Folktales, a moral message from the past to the future generation. Published on April 22, 2021 by Dahal and Bata. They surveyed 6 people and there was no specific set of predetermined questions aiming to gather data regarding different aspects of folktales. As a result, they identified 4 major themes reflecting the influence of folktales, and one was that folktale is a mirror of society. This type of story is known to entertain, educate, and protect the culture of each community. They regarded folktales as essential for both national and global culture. We should view it as practical tool for understanding and increasing culture exchange. Folklore can inspire simple and logical thinking, providing a broader and more in-depth knowledge of the life and living of a person.
Proof of evidence. First argument. A study on the educational strategy of using folk tales in kindergarten by Gu Hoi. A study on the educational strategy of using folk tales in kindergarten by Gu Hoi states that folktale promotes children's mental welfare, morality, language development, creativity, and aesthetics. The main reason is that these moving stories not only reveal the ancient people's simplicity, but also their indomitable spirit of struggle. These magical and beautiful stories bloom in our hearts like flowers, enriching our awareness in life. Second argument, during the Spanish colonial period, the famous folktale si Pagong at si Maching served as a metaphor for the mistreatment and suffering endured by Filipinos at the hands of the Spanish. Originally written in English by our national hero Dr. Jose Rizal P. in the 1880s while he was living in Paris, it has since been translated. He wrote this folktale to teach Filipinos about the humiliation they face at the hands of foreigners during the Spanish colonial era and how they used their superior cunning, power, and influence to subjugate the Filipinos.
So, good afternoon, everyone. This is Angelanica A. Gamad speaking. So, for our refutation, folk stories promote the transmission of national culture to the development of children local feeling. Do you know that Folk stories promote the transmission of national culture to the development of children's local feelings because they contain many works that reflect ethics, customs, and national characters. Traditional folk tales include numerous works that explain clothing, food, housing, and festival activities. These customs and beliefs add to the plot's historical and cultural connotations. The purpose of these stories is to teach young children about local traditions and history and instill feelings of pride in their homeland, especially now that they do not have a deep understanding of traditional folktales due to social development and invasion of foreign cultures. They are gradually paying less attention to traditional folktales. And also, folktales are valuable elements for preserving culture because they tell our history. We are all aware that various races conquered the Philippines and that the people had previously endured great hardships. Foreigners denied Filipinos access to public education and almost entirely ignored their rights and wishes. They even tried to eradicate traditions and customs that they consider works of devil. Knowledgeable writers used novels, textbooks, folktales, and other information providers to open our eyes to how we see and think about our country and its people. The next is conclusion. May I call on the next speaker?
Conclusion. Folktale stories such as we have stated earlier and more are considered historical accurate representation of events, society, traditional beliefs, custom, and stories that reflects one's cultural upbringing and identity according to the author themselves. Also, different studies show the relevance of folktales because of their role in society. In conclusion, we can all agree that folkloric character represent us Filipinos. And that's all. Thank you.
And that's the end of our topic. Thank you.